Well, howdy, 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 guys. This is a story time video. I've never done one before that is just directly a story time. But I wanted to tell the story of the time that my husband and I went up to Deadwood. We used to go to Deadwood, South Dakota quite often. We loved the little town. We loved to gamble. We loved to walk around the historic sites. And I know that none of the original buildings are intact, because they've had fires and floods and whatnot. But it's just the nostalgia of it. There are some neat museums there, and stuff. And like I said, it's always been fun to ride the trolley. It's free, well, not free, but the inexpensive trolley. Have a couple of drinks, go gambling, make a day of it. We used to go up overnight just to get away from everything. So anytime. Anyway, this one time we decided to go up. I think it was about 3 hours to go up. So, it was the one time that we weren't able to stay at our normal hotel that we used to just love. So we had to pick another hotel, and most of them were booked. So we ended up staying at this one kind of shabby looking motel, but you never can tell, right? Some of those little inns and stuff can be really nice. So we got in and we checked in. First of all, at that time I smoked. And this is before they passed the law that there's no smoking in public in any buildings in Deadwood, as far as I know. So anyway, but this motel was no smoking. So, okay. Not happy about that. I'd like to go to the motel at night and relax, but you do what you have to do. We check into the room. It is so small, you guys, that we always get 2 double beds. At the foot of the bed, literally, is the sink. It is like, I swear, I think it was a janitorial closet they made into a room. But what are you going to do, right? But, my husband's 6 feet tall, and, the bed was a little short, so he kept kicking his feet into the sink. There was not even enough room to squeeze, even if you were a normal-sized person, between the bed and the sink to stand there. You had to kind of stand at the side of the sink. But, we were making do. We'd go outside, so I could have a cigarette. And there wasn't a rule about that you couldn't smoke like so many feet or anything. In fact, they had ashtrays right outside the door. So, we're making friends because all the other, how that is, if you smoke or anything, all the other smokers are there, or their spouses. So, we're all sitting around. We notice these wasps, flying wasps. Don't think too much of it. Then we notice more and more. This is the only exit out of that hotel that was open. The only door. The other one was just an emergency exit. So you have to go through here, right? Well, we all started getting kind of bombed. There must have been maybe 6 of us out there. It was like us and 2 couples. We started getting, these wasps are mad because we're there, right? I think they were probably mad about cigarette smoke too. So they start kind of bombing us. Wasps can be pretty nasty. I would rather deal with a bee any day than a wasp. And so we're kind of running for our life. We go in. Brad calls the management. They say they're going to come and spray. They don't. These things are getting worse. We're all getting afraid to even leave. We got to leave the hotel at some point in time so we can go, catch the trolley and go into Deadwood. It was kind of on the outskirts. And the trolley would loop all around and stuff. But anyway, they didn't spray. And so here we are. I don't remember if somebody I was thinking that somebody got a can of something, was trying to spray it. But it was just so comical because, here we are all trying to dive bomb these wasps and stuff. There was a great big old nest above the door. It was just, I remember I was just terrified. My husband hates sloth. I was just terrified and was sitting in the room like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? You know. Then one time we took a trip to Deadwood, and it was the only time that we took a bus trip. It was like you paid so much money, it was really expensive, and you took the bus up there. First of all, the bus was very cramped, and you know, you have no leg room or anything, of course. You guys know what that's like. But, you know, and it was all very elderly people, which I have nothing against at all. You know, they were all nice enough. There was a couple other couples there that were younger. But it was in a horrible snowstorm, right? Fred's wearing shorts. This was before he had diabetes and he was always warm. So he's wearing shorts. It is snowing like hell. We are stuck in Gillette, Wyoming. And it is snowing like crazy. We're standing outside because, you know, to have a cigarette break, those of us that smoke. And then, you know, running into a diner. We only have so much room, you know, when they stop to gas up and stuff till you have this much time. And you know, we sat down and they said, oh, you know, since you're short-staffed, there was only one waitress. She would be with us as soon as possible. And we were real nice, but we were like, well, you know, we'll just go over to the snack, you know, the little convenience store and get something, because we knew there was no way. So we're doing that. They're waiting. The bus driver is waiting because, and he didn't even stay there. He went over across the street, like an A&W or something, and gassed up somewhere else. So we're standing out in the snow, literally, all of us, waiting for him to come back. And with our snacks and stuff, we finally get going again. This snow is getting worse and worse and worse. We're all getting kind of worried. Well, not some of the elderly people and some of the other people had brought alcohol and stuff. They didn't care, you know. But we're watching and stuff, and you know, we can feel kind of the back end of this bus slipping and sliding and stuff. And we get stuck on a hill. We're finally coming real close to Deadwood. We're all getting excited. You know, we're all getting anxious to feel, you know, from the knees on down again. You know, and we get stuck on a hill. This bus, y'all, got stuck on this this very steep hill. It must have taken a good, I kid you not, hour for him to get up this hill. I mean, and there were cars like behind us and stuff. There was about zero visibility and stuff, and this bus would just so slowly creep up a little bit and then get stopped. Creep up a little bit and then get stopped. You can hear him calling, saying, you know, I need some help. I don't really know what to do. We are loaded down. Finally, somebody got the bright idea that we didn't have enough traction on those back wheels and said to the bus driver, hey, maybe more of us should all go in the back of the bus to put more weight on the back end of this bus to help. And they did. We were sitting in back away. They did, and that gave enough weight and changed the weight that he was able to slowly creep up this hill. We were never so glad in our whole lives to pull in, because you know these buses, you know, they all take you to this. You stay in the same motel room. It's a package deal. It's a bus trip, and like I think it was 2 nights there, and it even included meals and everything, and even some free tokens and stuff. But we were never so happy in our whole life to finally get there to the motel. It was late. There was no restaurants open, no food or anything. I don't even know what we ended up doing. I think there were some sandwiches by the time, because we were in the back of the bus by the time we got out and stuff. I think all that stuff was gone. I think we ended up they had just us right behind the Hotel Death, they had like, you know, bags of chips and stuff you could buy. I think we ended up doing that. You know, but that was the same trip too. I give you this, up in the mountains, I love the Black Hills. Up in those mountains, and stuff, it is so pretty when it snows and stuff. And it was just very majestic looking. But, okay, it is still snowing like crazy the next day. We all don't care because we're taking the trolley, you know. But the snow was so bad they decided to close the trolley down early. Because, see, the hotel that we were staying at was not right in Deadwood. It was on the outskirts. And we always stayed there. And so, we're staying there, but you catch the trolley, go into town. We all go into town. They decide they're closing the trolley service early. They give you notice, you know. All the hotels were telling you you're going to different hotels and stuff and gamble. Everybody but this one couple got on that trolley and made it back. This guy decided to leave his wife in Deadwood and get stupid, man, and get back on that trolley and come back to the hotel. She ended up taking a taxi back to the hotel. She was so mad. She was madder than anything, and I don't blame her, but wow, I didn't want to be him, because he might still be in the doghouse. You know, but yeah, we had lots of good trips to Deadwood. I wish there was some little place around here to gamble, because, you know, we like to do that. I mean, now with the free the free games on Facebook and stuff, but, you know, you used to like to do that and stuff, so. But anyway, that's all I got going on for story time. I just thought I would share some of our experiences there at Deadwood. I mean, like I said, we used to really love that place and stuff. So much history and stuff. The one thing that was still intact was the cemetery, and it really, really, if you took the time, and we did take the time to walk all through the cemetery and stuff, you could see where there were great big outbreaks, and there would be so many graves of children and stuff. You know, that's where they have Wild Bill Hickok, Calamity Jane. Whether or not they're actually buried there, they say they are, and then some people say they aren't. But anyway, their headstones are there. You know, a lot of other historic figures. You know, but there's really a story to be told. You would see, you know, like a whole family, and there would be like a whole group of children that would have the same, like, or real close within days of you know, the days that they died and stuff, and you know, or where you could see where families had lost numerous children, like in childbirth and stuff, you know, and you know, it was really something. There's some very, very old graves and stuff. Beautiful cemeteries. I would highly recommend it if anybody ever gets a chance to go up there. Of course, you know, Brad and I used to do a lot of, we love ghost towns and stuff. That's what we used to drive around and do is, you know, do that kind of stuff. So we need to find new stuff like that to do around here, you know. But anyway, love you guys, and I do cherish friendship so much, and I hope you enjoyed this little scattered story time.